Let's come into a comfortable cross-legged position. Maybe pull the flesh of your buttocks back behind your sit bones so that it feels like you're sitting on the front of your sit bones. And let the eyes close. And we'll start with a deep breath in through the nose, pulling the shoulders up to the ears. Exhaling out of the mouth, letting the shoulders relax down. And two more like that. Again. Feeling the heaviness of the sit bones on the ground. Imagine that the elbows are heavy and let them release down. And now soften the belly, just letting go of the walls of the belly and allowing the belly to fill with a nice deep in-breath. When you exhale, feel yourself becoming even heavier on the ground. And then inhaling into the belly and up into the ribs, letting them expand out, filling up, feeling yourself relaxing even more as you exhale. And then another deep breath in, now coming into belly, ribs, and chest. Complete yogic breath. Exhaling, letting go. Shoulders relax. Face is relaxed. Even the hands are relaxed. Notice the sensations of the hands. The more you relax, the more you notice. Sinking into the sit bones, lifting tall through the crown of the head, pulling the spine long, lifting the heart, letting the shoulder blades melt down back up. Breathing slow and deep in and out through the nose. Letting your mind follow your breath. So if your breath were like an elevator riding up and down, let your mind be a passenger in the elevator. And then on your next inhale, reach the arms up. Bring the palms together, bend the elbows, and bring your thumbs to your upper back. Inhaling, lifting up through the elbows. Exhaling, relax. Feel the space in your body that can breathe even deeper now. And then interlace your fingers behind your head and let your head relax down, the elbows relax down. And then inhale, open the elbows, lift your gaze, lift your chin, lift your heart with the fullness of your breath. And then exhale, head down, elbows sinking, heavy. And just continue like this with the rhythm of your own breath. Take your time, let the exhale complete itself. Maybe even feeling for the space between the exhale and the next inhale. On your next inhale, send the palms all the way up. Exhale, round the back. Press the palms forward, tuck the chin, feel the tailbone curling under. And then again, inhale, pressing up. Exhale, pressing forward. Pull the navel toward the spine, deepening the rounding. On your next exhale, release the clasp of your hands and fold forward over your crossed legs. Relax your head down and let your elbows be heavy. Let your head be heavy. Let your breath be deep and slow. Feel where the breath finds space in your body. With your belly close off here. You feel the breath and encourage the breath to spread wide into that open space. On the exhale, draw the navel to the spine. Let the torso be heavy. Let it go. Maybe the hands and arms can relax even more. On your next inhale, roll yourself up. Reach the arms up. Deep breath in. Exhale the hands together at the heart. Stay with your breath. Release your hands down. Notice the cross of your legs. Which one is in front or on top of the other? And release the legs. Shake them out. And cross them the other way. The other leg in front or on top. You might like to pull the flesh of your buttocks back behind your sit bones again. Closing the eyes. Feeling the heaviness of the buttocks on the ground. And the lift of the head toward the sky. The shoulders relaxing. And the breath deepening in a soft belly. And drop the chin to the chest. Bring the chin over to the left shoulder. And then place the right hand behind your back with the palm facing out. Move it as far over to the left side as you can. And then press the knuckle side of your right hand into your back to roll that elbow and shoulder back. Let the head continue to be heavy, sinking down to the left. The breath deep and slow. The chin is toward the left shoulder. Feeling how the breath travels in your body with the arm in this position, with the head in this position. Do you feel breath more in the right shoulder than in the left shoulder? Or maybe the other way, or maybe they're the same. Bring your head back to center, lift it up, and then release that right arm. Hug it across the chest with your left hand. Flex your right hand at the wrist, and then look over your right shoulder. Feel the movement of your breath inside the shape. Bring your head center, release your hands, drop your chin. And then move your chin over to the right shoulder. Place your left hand behind your back, palm facing out, moving the hand as far over toward the right waist as you can. Then press the back side of your hand into your back and roll that elbow and shoulder open. Chin dropping, breath deepening. See if you can use just the right amount of effort to deepen and expand your breath, but not so much that it feels like a struggle. The breath maintains a nice, even rhythm, bringing a sense of calm to the body and mind. Bring the chin back to center. Lift the head. Release the left arm. Hug it across the chest with your right hand, flexing at the wrist. Try to straighten your fingers. See if you can feel the stretch there. And then look over your left shoulder. Slow, deep breath. Bring your head back to center. Release the arms. Roll the shoulders forward, up, back, and down. And reach your hands back behind you, clasping the opposite way that you're inclined to. So whatever thumb you want to put on the outside, put the other one. Feel the breath spreading into the heart. Really challenge yourself. Feel the tightness in the chest. And see if you can breathe deep enough that you soften a little bit, that you press the tightness out a little bit further. And then on the exhale, soften those muscles in the back, in between the shoulders, letting the shoulder blades relax in toward the spine. Maybe lift the hands a little bit higher or reach them back a little bit farther. So when you breathe into the chest, don't just breathe in a straight line up from the belly to the chest. Imagine that you're breathing like a capital T, up from the belly to the chest and then out from the chest toward the shoulders. One last breath here. And then on your next inhale, release the hands and reach them up. Exhale, fold forward. Draw the navel in, release all the air out, and surrender the weight of your body to the earth. Play with the exhale. See if you really get to empty. So exhale the air out and then pause and see if maybe there's more air that could be released. Each time you let go of the air, let go of the body. Let go of the arms, the weight of the head, the muscles in the face. Feel any other areas of resistance and see if you can let go there too. The hardest part is not to let go, but to notice where we resist, because those patterns are so habitual that they become our norm, and we don't even know that we're holding on. Really feel into the breath and see if you can exhale so fully that it alerts you to places that are holding on. Just the contrast of that letting go with that restriction. In your next inhale, roll yourself up. Reach the arms up. Exhale the hands together at the heart. And release your hands. Release your legs. Shake them out. Maybe rub the knees if that would feel good. And then come on to hands and knees. Line your hands or your fists up right under your shoulders, your knees under your hips. So often that means coming closer than you think you need to. The hands might be in front of the shoulders. So really see where straight down from the shoulders lands your hands. I'm just going to start with some gentle sideways movement of the spine, letting the hips come to the left, and then coming back through center and letting the hips come to the right. Good. And then we'll add the upper part of the spine. So as the hips come to the left, look over your left shoulder toward your left hip, creating a C shape with your spine. Inhale through center. Exhale. You can imagine that you're wrapping your spine sideways around a tree trunk. Moving with the breath. Inhaling center. Exhaling into that curve. And then come back to center. Inhale, tailbone up, breathing into the belly, breathing into the ribs, breathing into the chest. Reach the eyes up. Really reach. Feel the stretch in your eyes. And then exhale. Start by curling the tailbone. Pull the belly up. Feel that releasing all the air out and lifting the spine, dropping the head. And then continuing, feeling the gradual movement of the spine. So it's not one movement up and one movement down. It's a fluid movement from the tailbone up through each vertebra to the very top of the head. Letting that movement follow the breath, which is also gradual. Last one here. And then coming back to neutral spine. And place your right forearm down on the ground under your chest so that the elbow is under the shoulder. And then take your left arm forward, inching the fingers forward. And then drop your chest, relax your head down. Maybe it'll come to your forearm, maybe it'll come to the ground, maybe it will just hang in the air. Just let it go. And then imagine that somebody's sitting down on your back. And let your back sink. Feel the breath filling into the space of your body. And then on your next exhale, pull back with your hips, especially that left hip. Feel exactly where the body breathes. Notice how if you lengthen the inhale, more of your body breathes. And that longer inhale leads to a longer exhale, allowing you to relax more deeply. See if you're able to surrender to those exhales and let them be relaxing. And if you can, just notice that with compassion. Okay. Now, with a little bit of weight in your left hand, we're going to thread that right arm all the way over to the left, coming down onto that right shoulder. Slide the left hand back until the wrist comes in contact with the right hand, and then cross your ankles. Take a deep breath. Exhale, push into your left hand and roll toward the back of your head. You can keep your hand here. You can lift it up in the air. You can bend it behind your back. As you inhale, squeeze your ankles together. Exhale, relax into the twist. Squeezing on the inhale. Release the hand down if you have it lifted. Press into that left hand, coming back onto hands and knees. Release the feet, round the back. Push the ground away from you. Lift the front body toward the back body. Deep breath into the back body. And then come back to neutral spine. Place your left forearm down under your chest. Walk the right hand out, inching forward with the fingers, and then sink the chest. So imagine that the upper back is dropping. Sometimes if you try to put your forehead on your arm, you prevent the sinking deeper of the heart. So just check to see if you could maybe go a little further. If you don't put your forehead on your arm, maybe the chin rests there, or maybe nothing is resting. And that's okay. Letting the heart sink, sink, sink. And pulling back with the hips. Making more space for more breath. Feel the breath.
And then take weight in that right hand. And then thread the left arm all the way over to the right, coming down onto the shoulder, down onto the left side of the head. And pull the right hand back. Cross the feet at the ankles. Take a breath in. Exhale, push into the right hand and roll toward the back of the head. You can leave your hand here. You can lift it up and back. You can fold it onto your back. See what works for you. Inhale, squeeze those ankles. Notice the challenge that the twist presents to your body to breathe deeply, and see if you can rise to the challenge and find the spaces around the twist to breathe into. And then if you have the arm lifted, bring it back down. Press yourself back up to hands and knees. Release your ankles and round your back. Pushing the ground away from you, pulling your belly up toward your spine. Beautiful. And then come back to neutral spine. Walk the hands one hand's length forward, keeping them shoulder width apart and facing straight ahead. Spread the fingers wide. Bend the elbows out to the side and then roll the elbows back toward your thighs so that the inner elbow creases are spiraling forward. Curl the toes under. Take a breath in and then exhale and lift the knees, but leave the knees bent. Push into your fingers, not the palms, but your fingers, and send your sit bones back, like you're trying to line your sit bones up over your heels. Relax your head down. Again, pressing into all 10 fingers. See if you can feel space being made in between the vertebrae. And then press down your left heel. Keep your hips pressed back, pushing into the hands. Keep your head and chest relaxed down. Press your left thigh back, that left heel down. And on your next inhale, lift your head looking past your hands and step your right foot up between your hands. You can help it up with your hand if you need to. Now bend your left knee halfway down toward the ground. And with that left knee bent, see how low you can sink your hips. Left knee is bent, the hips are dropping, dropping, dropping. Good. Aim your tailbone for your right foot. And then see if you can keep your hips down as you straighten your left leg. So we're not lifting the left leg to straighten it. That's going to lift those hips. Instead, press back through the heel to straighten the leg, to keep the hips down. Good. And then maybe lift the gaze so that the heart is open. Deepen the breath. Keep that left heel pressing back. Good. Bring the left knee down. Relax the toes. And shift the hips back, walking the hands back. That right foot will flex. Inhale, look up. Exhale, keep looking up and try to lower your belly toward your thigh. Inhale, look up. Keep looking up, try to lower your ribs toward your thigh. Inhale, look up. Exhale, scoop your belly in, lay your belly and ribs down, and relax your head down. If your hands are touching the ground, lift your left hand off the ground. And then gently place the fingertips back down. Lift the right hand off the ground. Gently place the fingertips back down. Relax the arms. Feel the soft touch of your hands just barely on the ground. Feel the breath finding its way through your body. Exhale, relaxing. And then shift your hips forward, bending the front knee. Walking the hands forward, shoulder width apart, fingers spread wide. Curl the back toes under. Step your right foot back. Bend both knees, please. Drop your head. Press into your fingers. Feel your hips lengthening back away from your hands. Pull your shoulders down your back. Let the ribs sink down. Let the head relax down. And then straighten your right leg. Pressing that thigh back and the heel down. Pushing into the hands. Shifting weight back into the hips. And then down into the foot. Breathing deep. On your next inhale, look forward and step your left foot up between your hands, helping it if you need to with that hand. And then bend the right knee so that it's halfway toward the ground. And let your hips drop down, all the way down, just sinking the hips. Good. Aim your tailbone for your left foot. And then see if you can keep the hips as low as they are as you straighten that right leg, pushing back through the heel until the knee is straight. Maybe lifting your gaze so that the chest can breathe a little more easily. Can you feel the flow of breath all the way from your back foot up through the leg and hip and body? Nice. Bring the knee down and relax the toes. Shift the weight back, walking the hands back. That front foot will naturally flex. Inhale, look up. Keep your gaze up, lay your belly down. Inhale, look up. Keep your gaze up, lay your belly and ribs down. Inhale, look up. Exhale, scoop the belly in toward the spine. Let your head relax down. Let your torso release over. Feel your shoulders and your elbows relax. And if your hands are on the ground, lift your right hand off the ground. And then gently return the fingertips. And then lift the left hand off the ground and return the fingertips. Keep the hands gentle, the elbows bent if you can. If you're not far enough forward to be able to bend the elbows, then think about just letting them melt down away from the shoulders. Deep breath. Slowly dragging the breath through the body. Navel to spine on the exhale. Good. Shift your weight forward, coming back into your lunge for a moment. And then bring that left hand to the inside of your left leg. And send your left knee back. Walk the hands in so that you're standing on your knees. Place your left hand on your belly and your right hand on your chest. And invite the breath to move from the left hand to the right hand. Feel the chest rising up to greet that hand as you breathe. Now we'll bring the left hand behind us, either to the left heel if you can reach. And if you're close to reaching but just can't quite reach, curl the toes under and see if that helps. If you still can't reach, the left hand is going to come to the left hip. Good. Now, bringing weight back. Drop your head back. Feel your breath into your right hand. Good. And then lift the right arm up. Drop the head. Reach up through the fingertips. Challenge your breath. Bring the hand back to the heart. Bring the other hand back to the belly. Change the hands. Bring the right hand either to the heel or to the hip. If you're on the heel, really let your weight release into that hand. If you're on the hip, there's also a sense of kind of surrendering. And then let that left shoulder roll back. Let the head drop back. Feel the breath coming up into that left hand. Good. Now that you know where it belongs, lift the left arm up and continue to breathe where the hand was. Reach up through the left fingers. Return the left hand. Lift and return the right hand. And sit down on your heels. Reach both arms forward as you fold over. Relaxing the head down. We'll make it more of an active stretch by pressing forward with the hands and sending the hips back. Good. Feel the space that becomes available for breath as you stretch your spine longer. And then keep your hands just where they are. Lift your hips off your heels. Spread your fingers wide. Curl your toes. Take a breath in. Exhale. Lift your knees. Push forward with the hands. Fold your upper body toward your thighs. And then straighten both legs. Press both thighs back and both heels down. Roll the arm bones down your back. Feel all 10 fingers pressing forward. Sink the chest. Relax the head. Breathe the whole body. Beautiful. Release the knees down. And then sit on your feet. We're going to shift the weight to the right and send the left foot forward onto the ground. And then drop your seat down inside your right foot. So we started here, and then to release that left leg, rather than going to the outside of the right heel, we're going to go to the inside of the right heel. So the right foot is on the outside of the right hip. Good. And then we'll see if we can come down onto the elbows. And maybe for some of you, you can come all the way down onto your back. Wherever you are, press your left foot into the ground and tuck your tailbone under, drawing your navel up toward your face and pressing down with the right knee. If you are on your back, feel free to bring your arms over your head. If the arms are over your head, bring them back down. And then we'll all lift up onto the elbows and change legs. Right foot on the ground. Bring the left foot beside your left hip. And you may not even make it onto your elbows. If you're on your hands, that's fine too. It's the same stretch. If you're on your elbows, you can maybe lift your chest or drop your chin, whatever feels better to you, or come onto your back if you're able. The key here is pressing down with the right foot, tucking the tailbone, drawing the navel up toward the face, and pressing the left knee away from you. And trying to stay calm with an even, long, slow breath. If you're on your back, come up onto your elbows or your hands, and then you release that left foot. And then we'll all lay down and hug the knees to the chest. And just gently roll your head from side to side, feeling the line that your head draws on the ground. And tracing the line with your mind. And then bringing the head center, returning the feet to the ground. Lift the tailbone, tuck it under, aiming your sit bones for your heels so that you're lengthening your back. And then lower down. Release the legs and shake them out. If you're using an eye pillow, you can place that on your eyes. And release the arms out to the side with the palms facing up. Take a deep breath in through the nose and exhale out of the mouth, sinking the weight of the body into the ground. Inhale deep through the nose. Exhale out of the mouth, releasing the jaw, slightly parting the lips. And then inhaling deep through the nose, exhaling out of the mouth, releasing the activity of the mind. And now releasing the breath. Any effort to breathe deep or slow can come to rest now. Any effort to breathe at all, just let it go. Notice how the breath can breathe entirely on its own without your help. And just feel the breath as it is, where it is, how it is. Allowing the breath to breathe for you. And allowing the mind to rest in the feeling, in the movement of this breath. And then the next one. And the next. And if the mind wanders, as soon as you notice, great. Just come back to the breath again and again. Deeply relaxed. Whole body relaxed. Letting go. letting go, letting everything go now. Breathe into your heart. Move fingers and toes. Reach the arms overhead. Take a deep breath. Stretch long. Hug the knees to the chest and rock side to side. Feeling the massage the ground gives your back. Come center. Rub hand to hand and foot to foot. Waking up the energy in the body. Then roll over onto either side, resting your head on your underside arm, resting your body on the ground, feeling the support of the earth, feeling yourself held and cared for. Noticing who you are. And then slowly lifting yourself up into any comfortable seated position. Sinking down through the sit bones, lifting tall through the head. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands together at the heart. Inhale the heart up to the hands. Exhale, shoulders relax down. Inhale deeply, breathing in from bottom to top. Take it all in. Let it all go. Drop the chin to the chest. Namaste. Thank you for your practice.